Shin here, and I thought I would do a little something different considering my laptop is being an ass and does not want to record some of the older games that I have lined up. So, taking a little break from Creativeverse, I thought we would try Craft the World. I've watched Shadow play this and it is very addicting, I'm warning you now. So let's start a game. Congratulations, we did it. We opened an ancient portal to this new world. Unfortunately, we can only have enough power to send one dwarf. Look around and start building your outpost. No one knows how dangerous it might be in this place. Open your journal to see the instructions we prepared for you. For that, I'm going to get started on digging. You have to complete the shelter, dig a tunnel, cut down a tree. Easy enough. Pay attention to your tasks. Complete them to earn rewards. Switch to the Bestiary tab, please. Here we will record all of the creatures you've met in this new world. Got hens, which give us eggs, and feathers for arrows. Sheep gives us meat and wool. Boars give meat and skin. Giant mites don't give us anything. There are a lot of monsters. You actually get a reward for logging all of them, but Shadow hasn't gotten that far, and I doubt I will either. Enough instructions. Let us get started. Cut down a few trees, get some resources. Click the bottom of the nearest tree. Well, we already did that. While he's doing that, let's take a look around. There's Grunt's shop. We can purchase things there, and I see a cavern right here. That'll give us nice access. Cemetery. We can destroy the tombstones to stop skeletons from forming. Looks like we've got a nice amount to dig this way. Some mountains. Ah! Great job. Now wait for the resources to be carried to the stockpile. Okay. I think we will build this way. And then build that way later on. And finish that tree. Oh. Where are we going? We now have enough resources to build some necessary tools. Please open the workshop dialog by pressing the craft button. Okay, this is your workshop where you can craft various items and tools with the resources you have. On the left you can see the resources in your stockpile. Let's craft some tools for your dwarves. But first let's craft a nice strong club. Switch to the Armory tab. Click on the slot. I'll start off with 2. Well, okay, let me do 2. Alright. On that case, let's build some ladders. And now we've got our next dwarf. Basic woodworking. The shelter is what we're aiming for. It'd be nice if we could do that before dusk, but we'll see. all this can be done by left clicking. Some of it has to be done by right clicking. Right click and drag will allow us to do that, which is very useful. Okay, we've got some dirt. Again, very useful. Oh, sorry. Just the mic. I want to get as much of this as I can. Because the stone will be very, very useful. If my dwarves don't die in the process of climbing up. Come on.
No.
Getting closer. And it's about to rain. Ah, tool making. Might be a good idea. Got some grain. Just drag and drop. I wish there was an easier way to do this. Make 3 of those. And we're not out of wood. It lied. Of course, we will only be able to do 1 axe at the moment, but that's okay. We'll look at that later. Unlocked furniture. Let's go ahead and... Yes, I know. We should probably just skip the tutorial. It doesn't really tell us much. We've got a carpenter and a smith. And you can have up to 3 skills each, but each one comes with 1 skill to begin with. And this is going to tell us to do furniture, right? Yes. Because he's not doing anything, I'm going to control, and I can control with the arrow keys. And let's release him. And you, we'll control you two for a moment.
Uh-oh.
And that music signals nighttime. Early on it's not so bad, but it gets progressively worse. Wheat's not ready yet. Those leaves are annoying. They will crop up just about anywhere. The good news is they're useful. Bad news is they can block your pathway. Ah, skill book. Logger's book. Excellent. Normally I would not assign these just yet, but I'm going to give it to the carpenter because it just makes the most sense. And what do you know? We just ran into a giant mite. And we've got another excellent. We've got another little helper here. And our first spells. Let's see what we have here. Make some torches. You have to you absolutely have to build things in order to progress. I'll put it there. If you do not build things, you cannot unlock new items. And we'll stop over here real quick. As you can see, yellow are things in progress, brown not started, and green are completed. And there is a progression. For example, in order to get basic cooking, I have to complete both basic illuminating and basic finishing. Also, once I complete basic illuminating, I can work on basic ironworking, which I need for the basic cooking, because I need that pot for this campfire. Once you get things like basic construction, you can start building obstacles to help fortify your territory. And we need wood. This is going to be very difficult if we don't get enough wood. That just told us to do what we're doing, which is illuminate. I've not seen any baddies yet, which is good. I'm going to level this out. Ah, snail. They're harmless things, but they're annoying. I don't know why he tried to climb. Let's see, we've got some more ladder material. Let's build a hatch first. Hatches are useful for a number of things. They help stop enemies from entering. When closed, they can actually prevent your dwarves from going where they shouldn't. And they also prevent the rain from getting in, which is annoying, because it will flood slowly. We can make equipment now. And we've got to cut down 30 trees. That shouldn't take us too long. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. And once I get this taken care of, I'm going to raise the level and build it over. Might build it a little bit further, I don't know yet. We'll see. But I do want to raise that up for better protection. Ah! Ghost miner. Harmless, but Causes a lot of annoyance. And looks like we will be under attack soon. Go help him.
No.
Okay. It's morning. That did some damage though, so we're going to need beds. And we don't have enough wood yet. Beds are required for healing. And that ghost came at the wrong time. And daytime music has started. Kill 10 skeletons, we can do that.
Hunger!
Oh, I miscalculated. There we go. Excellent. We can make beds now. The problem is, you need one bed per dwarf. They won't share. And let's find a totem. There he is. Oh, I see what I was doing. Putting that block there will actually prevent trees from growing. And I'm going to fill that in too. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Stop putting beds down. Add our hatch. These plants are useless. They basically block your path. And just prove a nuisance. They don't do any damage or anything. Although you can stand on them, which is nice. Okay, I really wish they would start working on that. I want to level that out so we can let the trees grow in a level area. Sand. Need it for glass and, well, a few other things. You do have to be careful with sand though, because it will fall on you. If I was to dig under this block, it would eventually collapse. Archer's book. Archers are very useful because they can attack from a distance. Okay. Doing some collecting up there. Ah, he's finally getting around to it. Now we can grow the trees. It's very useful to dig some deep trenches. Yes, house walls were destroyed, I know. In order for your totem to work, it has to have a complete circuit where it's pretty much sealed in. You can see the stars lining where the current house is, and it only has a maximum size limit. So anytime I open up these back walls, I run into the issue of essentially breaking my protective walls. Finished the sand, leveled up, so we've got another new miner, which is very nice. We actually have a club for you. Ooh. And we have a spare pickaxe. Some web. Where would we get the red? The web came from somewhere, I don't know. Anyway, root, slime. We can use the slime. Oh, we don't have any bones yet. We'll have to kill some skeletons for those. Yeah, the web. I don't know. Because I didn't see any spiders around. Really curious to see what's down here. Screw it. Let's go digging. Ooh, we need that.
No.
I'm going to extend this down. So you can make a new layer down here. Ooh, that goes down quite a ways. And that's not silver, that's iron. Silver is down below, you can get gold too. And mithril is the ultimate. It'll be a while before we get that. Ooh, Warrior's Book. Okay, we should actually be facing some foes this time. After a while, goblins will set up shop nearby. So you have to keep an eye out for that. If you destroy their tent, you actually get some nice items. However, they can be quite a nuisance. Well, one of the very important pieces of advice that you see on the forums and stuff, the goal of the night and the monster waves, which we've got one due in about 40.5 minutes, the goal is not to win, it's simply to survive. So theoretically, I can call all my dwarves down to the deepest part, shut it off, and just wait until the night ends. We might lose some resources, but for the most part, when the monsters disappear in the morning, the resources will be dropped and we can collect them again. Goblins, that's not so true, but we can always just go and raid their village, so it's not that bad. Let's fill that in while we're at it. We're out. If there's one thing I've learned from watching Shadowplay, it's that ladders run out very, very fast. It makes 6. Oh, and I should probably place more beds. As it stands, we've made a good start, so I'm quite content with leaving the episode at this. We can always come back to it again in the near future, and I might build up a little bit in the meantime. Ooh, skeleton. He'll come after us. But for now, this is, as I said, a good start. And we can get into more detail about the gameplay later. Oh, there goes the skeleton. So, until the next episode, I hope you have a good evening, and try not to let the goblins get you, eh?